What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button and hit that notification bell. Make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. With this video, we are going to be jumping into the brand new Nightwing with issue number 93. If this is a series you have not been keeping up with, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with Dick Grayson. In the last issue, we see Dick Grayson finally back in Bludhaven. Using the money that Alfred Pennyworth had given him, he erects what he calls Haven, a small community inside of Bludhaven, an opportunity for this city to truly have a new chance. And when it comes to Blockbuster, he finds himself face to face with Heartless. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we get into issue number 93 of Nightwing, we are picking up in Bludhaven. We have Blockbuster face to face with Heartless. After he just made his way through all of his guards, an entire squad of trained killers, Heartless has come here with a proposition. He is not here to fight Blockbuster. And while Blockbuster, he may be very irritated with his presence, he gives him the opportunity to drop his proposal on the table. That proposal being, Heartless wants this city. He wants to build this city up, give it the greatest hope it has ever had, and then he wants to rip it all away. He wants to tear out the heart of this very city. He wants everything that Blockbuster has. He wants his kingdom. He wants Bludhaven. Heartless not being stupid enough to believe that Blockbuster would just give this away. What he does ask is, what is your price? How much would it cost for you to just step away? Without skipping a beat, we see Blockbuster go in to punch Heartless. Heartless is able to block it. He is seconds away from taking the heart of Blockbuster, but he stops himself. Seeing no purpose in taking his heart, he lets him know that he has every intention of taking the city if he doesn't want to sell it to him. While he goes on this little monologue turned away from Blockbuster, we see Blockbuster grab hold of a desk and he just throws it at him. In doing so, we see that desk and Heartless go flying out the window, calling Bludhaven's police commissioner and letting him know that he's got some cleaning up to do. That's what takes us to the next morning. We have Nightwing standing in front of the newly erected Alfred Pennyworth statue. Someone came through last night and they graffitied everything. They made a mess of the entire place. While Oracle is trying to figure out who is responsible for doing all of this, we have Nightwing, who is simply trying to clean everything up. Unfortunately, this morning is already off to a bad start. With Bludhaven PD coming in on Nightwing, they open fire. Without any hesitation, they start shooting at Dick Grayson. And even Nightwing has to point out how truly bold this is. To open fire on Nightwing in broad daylight. We're seeing how truly corrupt this police department has become. Hopping on his bike and getting out of here as quickly as he can. A whole army of police behind him. Nightwing is able to ditch all of the cops and make his way to Gotham, headed to the Batgirl's HQ, aka The Hill in Gotham City. Oracle was able to get a full ID on everyone responsible for what had happened in Haven. All of the graffiti, all of the destruction, everything. Being shown this information, this is where Dick Grayson tells Oracle that he loves her. And though these feelings may be very well true, this is something that more or less just slipped out when he was letting her know how great she is, how incredible she is. Unfortunately, they are unable to talk about this situation because his phone starts ringing. His sister calling and letting him know that some stuff is going down in Haven. What is happening is the local police department, they are over-policing. They are stopping and searching any person that they deem a quote-unquote criminal. With everything, all the destruction and graffiti that happened, they're coming in here acting like they're saving the day, acting as if this over-policing is really necessary for the situation, believing that the criminals must be from this neighborhood, with Dick Grayson showing up on site trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Our police commissioner comes to let Dick Grayson know that what they are doing is within their legal rights. In fact, they see themselves as the heroes, that by doing what they are currently doing, they are protecting the city. This is when the news vans roll in. The commissioner has invited all of them here so he can let it be known that Haven has been a huge failure. Not only that, the police are going to get to the bottom of who is responsible. As he gets in front of these cameras and he begins his little monologue, he goes on and on about how horrible all of the events of last night were. Several cases of arson, buildings being smashed, landmarks had been graffitied. That even with all of Dick Grayson's goodwill, the people of this community, they chose to turn their backs on it. Getting interrupted by Dick Grayson, he lets everybody know that this is not true, telling everybody that there is video evidence of the attack last night. The commissioner disagreeing and saying that the whole system had been knocked down, and even if it weren't, they were all wearing masks. Something that the commissioner probably shouldn't know if there's no evidence to who is responsible. And though it may be quite possible there was an eyewitness, Dick Grayson sends out the link to everybody because a few individuals, they were unmasked. And every single one of the unmasked people, they were Bludhaven PD. As the police commissioner just blows his lid, Dick Grayson walks away knowing that some kind of justice has been served today. A little bit of corruption has been taken out of the city. And so taking this win for the day, we pick up with Heartless. A normal person probably should have died from that fall, but we learn about Heartless is that he's not necessarily fully biological. He seems to have USB ports inside his arm, having tons and tons of enhancements. One of the things that is still true in his body is his heart. Having an assistant who is here helping him out, we see that they need to replace his heart. As the assistant walks over to a wall, there are vials on top of vials filled with hearts that Heartless has stolen. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. It is nice that we are starting to learn a little bit more about Heartless and what his true potential might be. We are seeing that he is greatly enhanced, but it also appears that one of his biggest weaknesses is needing to replace his heart. More than likely, this is why he became Heartless to begin with. It's going to be very interesting to see more of his backstory, but we know that he can take one heck of a beating. And when it comes to Dick Grayson, it's really nice to see him back in Bludhaven. He has been all over the place, Dark Crisis and all that craziness is going on, but he's back in Bludhaven. He's dealing with the stuff that is on the ground, trying to make this city a better place. Not only that, his relationship with Babs is truly coming along, even him going as far as saying that he loves her. What would be really awesome if we got some kind of wedding in the future between Oracle and Nightwing, because that really seems to be the direction that they're heading with this. They've really started to put some definition into their relationship, as well as adopting the pup Haley. So I'm really excited to see where Tom Taylor is going to take this story and how Dick Grayson is going to deal with all of this. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the super thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. Now if you can't do that, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you like this video, and until the next breakdown.